Unrivaled is about to unravel. I would be very surprised that numbers for year 2 are comparable to numbers from year 1. They have less star power. WNBA fatigue is at an all-time high. There's no Caitlin Clark. There was pretty much no Caitlin Clark sophomore year in the WNBA. The only person that actually draws some social media attention, Angel Reese, to the league from last year, isn't there.
The takeover continues, y'all. Caitlin Clark has taken over women's college basketball during the opening games to start the college women's season. All of these ladies are rocking the Caitlin Clark sneakers as they should. We got Caitlin Clark taking over women's college all over. And we also have Caitlin Clark taking over the city of Chicago. We got to break this down. Welcome to Keep the Video.
She won't be participating in this. The 5 biggest names in the WNBA will not be participating in Unrivaled. I don't care about Instagram followers. I don't care about Twitter. I don't care about that. When it comes to bringing attention to women's basketball, Caitlin Clark is clearly number 1. When it comes to the social media, Caitlin Clark is clearly number 1. But with Unrivaled last year, when it comes to the social media engagement and attention, Angel Reese was number 1 for Unrivaled last year. She's not there this year. Asia Wilson and the South Carolina Mafia.
Yeah, it's like that. Hey, them sneakers are fire. Okay, not only that, look at the thread of all of these players wearing the Caitlin Clark kicks, man. Look at this, man. NBA, just everywhere. Come on, man. These shoes are the hottest thing out. Jazzy Davison playing at USC, the number 1 recruit in the country this year. She'll be playing today for US.
That people really care about. If they're not playing it Unrivaled, then the owners still have no reason to fear Unrivaled. I'd argue that players sitting out from Unrivaled helps out the WNBA far more than it helps out Unrivaled. Imagine being Unrivaled, Nafisa Collier, Breanna Stewart. Imagine being part of the Players Association, the president, Nneka Ogwumike, and going to negotiations, going to the table saying, look, we have all the top superstars in our league still. Are you going to make a deal with us so we can keep this going, or are you going to lock us out? Are you going to come play ball with us?
Hold on. I don't know what's take. Oh, Sasha Vujacic, I ain't seen him in a while. Look, Major League Baseball players with custom Caitlin Clark kicks on, man. What are we talking about? Nike, what are you waiting for? What are we waiting for? What are you doing? What are you guys doing, man? NBA games, everybody rocking the sneakers, man. Look at them. Every team done had players wearing them. The Rockets. I ain't gonna lie, those Shea Gilgeous-Alexanders is hard, man. I might have to give me a pair of Shays too.
And I think the players who aren't playing in Unrivaled, I think they actually understand this. Which goes with the theme, no handouts. We're not giving you our name, image, and likeness, for lack of a better term, so you can use our handouts to bargain, to go against the league that we've dreamed to play for. We're not giving you the ammo that you need to go potentially shut down the WNBA, to potentially go and argue and use Unrivaled as your own bargaining chip in a selfish manner, because that's what they're doing, hence conflict of interest.
Picks, but this is not regular. This don't happen for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So the Caitlin Clark takeover continues. Let's take a look at what we have here. It says, great keynote by Caitlin Clark at Becker's HR. She discussed her mindset, mental toughness, humility, and health perspective. She's incredibly mature, for her age and very inspiring. A great choice. I have some video we'll listen to here. Here's some of the photos. It's a lot of people there. And you know, Caitlin Clark is already, well, she getting like half of
bargaining chip in a selfish manner because that's what they're doing, hence conflict of interest. The owners don't want Unrivaled. Clearly, the people in the Players Association do. Fee, Brianna Stewart, Aneka Ogwumike being one of them. They want Unrivaled to exist. That's a clear conflict of interest. Asia Wilson, she's not letting that happen. Both years, she's not letting that happen. Caitlin Clark, not letting that happen. They've had enough time using Caitlin Clark's juice, using Caitlin Clark's clout to demand and ask. Angel Reese, it's not happening this year.
I promise you, we gonna be on y'all bumper. If y'all try any more fishy business, we are going to be on y'all. I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you, we are not playing that game. We're not playing that game with y'all this year. Y'all better be on y'all P's and Q's.
There's really nothing like walking out in front of a sold-out crowd and just, young boys and girls cheering for you. I mean, that's just very humbling feeling. And, at the end of the day, that's why you do it, to keep up, that you love to compete. And, yeah, you want to continue to get better at it. So it's myself in 2023, and I don't have a head, but I think for myself, it's just...
Yay. Who's to say that Adam Silver didn't talk to some of these players behind the closed doors and say, here's a few $100,000, don't play in this shit. We don't need to give them any more leverage. Here's a few $100,000, we'll take care of it, don't worry about it, you don't need this. We can't have your stardom being lent out to all these different places, Unrivaled being one of them, Athletes Unlimited being one of them. We can't have that. You'll play in the WNBA, you'll do the USA basketball stuff, but all the other interference, we don't need that. This is a commissioner of a league that...
It's like Nike, sometimes y'all act like y'all are ashamed to have Caitlin Clark sign to Nike. It makes no sense. It makes no sense how y'all move when it comes to Caitlin Clark majority of the time. It truly is mind-boggling. This woman should have shoes out like right now. Like right now, she should have kicks out. I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't know what you're waiting for, but it is a joke. It's a flat out joke. Now, obviously, all of this stuff is cool, but ultimately, we want to see
a lot of shady business going on in the NBA, so it would be naive for us to sit here and act like Adam Silver isn't willing to pull strings to keep the leverage and the power in his favor, to keep the ball on his court. Just a couple of thoughts that I had thinking about Unrivaled, because this is a big blow when it comes to the negotiations. Yeah, Unrivaled is gonna be bad anyway, right? It's gonna be bad. We know it's gonna be bad. But thinking a step further
on the court this year, and we are in the middle of a heated CBA negotiation, and we're not sure if a deal is going to get done. We want one to get done. We hope one gets done, but we don't know. We don't know if anything's going to happen. So we're in a really weird spot, and hopefully we can get something done. Hopefully we can get something done so that we can actually watch Caitlin Clark play in all actuality, because all of the off-court stuff is cool. Seeing her at the speaking engagement, seeing her at the Chiefs game, all of that is cool.
The W might not even be in action next season. I'm annoyed. Was supposed to be a league where only the best talent played, and season 2 has been nothing but a bunch of subpar role players. This is like a G League. This is like a G League, summer league type of field, type of environment. There's no star power, there's no pizzazz. There's nothing that makes you really perk up, stand up, get ready to go. And the problem that Unrivaled has at this point is that these are actually double WNBA fans upset with the lackluster.
Watch Caitlin Clark play in all actuality, because all of the off-court stuff is cool. Seeing her at the speaking engagement, seeing her at the Chiefs game, all of that is cool. But ultimately, we want to watch her play ball. We want to watch her entertain us with logo threes and cutting edge passes and things like that. That's ultimately what we want to see. So I think we all need to be rooting for a CBA deal to get done sooner rather than later, so that ultimately we can get what we're all here for, which is to watch her play the game at a high level versus elite comp.
A single word stopped the summer. No. One star said it. Then more followed. A new league expected a spotlight. Instead, the lights dimmed. Why did the biggest names hold back? Was it strategy, loyalty, or pressure we cannot see? Tonight, we trace the choice that froze a season before it began. We follow the money, the power, and the whispers that won't go quiet. We also look at the one player whose brand keeps growing, even when she is not on the floor. Stay with me. The story starts with the boycott that changed everything, and it only gets louder from here. It started with a choice. The top names were asked to play. They said no. Caitlin Clark said no. Aja Wilson said no. Sabrina Ionescu, Angel Reese, and Caitlin Cunningham said no too. That list alone could sell out any arena. Without them, the new league lost its spark before a single game. Fans wondered why. The message felt clear. No handouts. Do not lend star power to a rival when the main league needs strength for the next deal. If the best players sit out, they keep the focus on the flagship. They send a signal. Protect the house. Do not split the audience. Do not give owners a reason to shrug in talks. The fallout was instant. Hype faded. Tickets looked colder. Brands pulled back. The roster left behind could play hard, but it could not move culture. A summer that promised fireworks looked like a scrimmage. Viewers wanted hero shots and headline names. They got maybes and fill-ins. That is the surface. Under it, the stakes were heavier. This was not only about one tournament, it was about money, leverage, and the next contract cycle. If the rival league could not show star pull, then bargaining power shifted. Owners could wait. Agents lost a talking point, and the players who said no gained something rarer: control. But the question hangs in the air. If the stars step back, who steps forward to set the terms next? Year 2 was supposed to feel bigger. New sponsors, better numbers, a cleaner product. Instead, the air went out fast. With the headliners gone, the brand voice cracked. The games looked fine, but the stage looked small. The name Unrivaled suddenly felt like a question, not a promise. Fans noticed the shift. The vibe moved from must-watch to maybe later. Comment threads turned from hype to worry. People said it felt like a summer league. Not a launch pad, not a moment. The matchups were solid, but they did not carry that pull that makes timelines stop. Money feels that kind of drop. When stars sit out, streams fall. When streams fall, ad rates slide. When ad rates slide, budgets get tight. That pressure shows up everywhere. In marketing, in ticket pushes, in the way every post has to work twice as hard just to be seen. This is what an identity crisis looks like in real time. The product is still there. The players still compete. But the story is missing a face. Without that face, the league cannot answer one hard question. Why now? Why this? Why here? While Unrivaled tries to steady itself, another power center gathers strength. And it is not waiting. Behind the scenes, every decision points to the next contract. The players know it. The owners know it. A rival league with no headliners does not scare anyone at the table. That weakens one of the biggest bargaining chips the union could use. When stars do not validate a side project, owners feel less heat. They can say the market is fine as is. They can slow walk raises, benefits, and travel upgrades. The union loses a talking point that says, pay us, or we will take our show somewhere else. Agents read the room too. If the off-season product cannot pull big numbers, it is harder to argue for new clauses and richer bonuses. The math becomes simple. Less leverage means fewer wins in the fine print. That is where careers are shaped more than fans ever see. Players also weigh loyalty against pressure. Support the flagship and you build long-term value. Split your brand and you risk short-term noise. The boycott signals unity. It tells the league that the best talent is keeping the spotlight in one place during a crucial year. This is why the choice matters beyond summer. It sets tone for months of talks. It frames every headline about growth and money. And while the documents get drafted and redrafted, a quiet rumor starts to move through the room. When the stars said no, the rumor mill woke up. People started to talk about back-channel pressure, quiet calls, quiet favors, dark corners of the game. Here's the truth. None of it is confirmed. No proof, no documents, no on-record voices, just claims that bounce from post to post and grow each time they move. Why do whispers spread so fast? Power gaps invite stories. When money and timing do not make sense, fans fill the blanks. They look for a hand on the scale. They name big rooms and bigger titles. It feels neat. It feels like an answer. We are not repeating names here. We are not repeating the claims. Without hard evidence, it is speculation. It can harm people who did nothing wrong. It can also distract from the real play in front of us. Still, the suspicion matters. It shows how tense the moment is. It shows how one off-season choice can spin into 100 theories. It keeps attention hot, while the official lines stay cold and careful. And while the whispers get louder, one brand beats the noise without saying a word. Caitlin Clark moves the room without even playing. Her shots turned into a style. Kids copy her range at parks. College players try it in real games. Pro guards stretch the floor because of her. It is not just skill, it is a feeling. When she pulls up, people lean forward. Her looks spread fast too. You see her gear in student sections. You see it on warm-ups. You even spot it outside basketball. Baseball guys wear it in the tunnel. Football and soccer players post it on off days. That is bigger than a league. That is culture. Brands see the same thing fans do. She sells out events. She packs gyms. She holds a mic at big conferences, and people listen. That kind of reach crosses age, team lines, and even sports. It turns highlights into headlines. It turns a player into a movement. This pull changes pressure points. Networks chase the games she is in. Sponsors build plans around her schedule. The story follows her, not the other way around. That is rare. It gives her choices most athletes never get. With all that demand, one question keeps coming up. Why has the swoosh not pushed harder and faster? The answer sits in the next part of the story. Fans keep asking the same question. Why is there no full-blast signature push yet? The demand is obvious. The clips go viral. The shoes sell out in minutes. The lane looks clear. So what is the holdup? Part of the answer is timing. True signature lines take long cycles. Design, testing, sizing runs, color plans, global orders, retail slots. You cannot flip that in a month. A miss on fit or stock can sour a launch for a year. There is also positioning. Do you make a premium line or a mass line? Do you lead with performance or lifestyle? Do you chase collectors or everyday hoopers? Each choice changes price, materials, and who carries it. One wrong call and you leave money on the table. Then there is the calendar. Brands map big drops around playoffs, holidays, and back to school. They book athletes, billboards, and media months ahead. If the schedule is crowded, a giant push can get lost. Waiting can actually make the impact bigger. Contracts matter too. Bonus triggers, image rights, and royalty splits sit in the fine print. If a new deal is being shaped, the company will move slow in public. No one wants to promise one thing, then change the story after signatures. But delay comes with risk. Rivals watch the window. Third parties cook unofficial colorways. Social chatter turns a pause into doubt. The longer the wait, the louder the noise. That noise can blur the moment when the real thing finally arrives. This is why the decision feels so tense. The audience is here now. The scoreboard of culture is lighting up now. Every week without a clear push is a week of missed momentum. Which leads to the next question. With the clock ticking and the market hot, does a deal land in time to shape the season ahead? The clock is loud now. Training camps get closer. TV schedules lock in. Sponsors need answers. A big deal changes everything. No deal leaves holes you can see on day one. CBA talk adds heat. If the rival league cannot pull stars, owners feel safe to wait. The union loses a lever. Fans feel it as fewer upgrades and slower moves. Everyone wants growth. The path to it needs pressure. Networks plan around names. If Caitlin Clark headlines a slate, ratings jump. If her shoe story lands at the same time, the buzz doubles. If nothing lands, momentum slides. Viewers drift. Clips slow down. It shows up in numbers. Agents push for clarity. They need a date to build around. They need a number to match. They need a map for appearances, community runs, and charity games. Without that, plans stall. Brands hate stalls. Players feel the drag too. They want the focus back on the court. They want less boardroom talk and more big plays. The right deal puts the spotlight where it belongs. Baskets, matchups, rivalries, wins. So the question stands, does the signature moment arrive before tip-off? Or does the season begin with a cloud over the biggest story in the sport? The answer sets the tone for what comes next. The choice to sit out was bigger than a summer plan. It signaled loyalty to the main league. It told fans and owners the best players want one stage to shine. That message matters. Unity looks strong on camera. It also looks strong across a table in a contract year. Optics shape power. Saying no to a side league keeps the spotlight tight. It avoids mixed signals. It tells brands where to spend. It tells viewers where to watch. When attention stacks in one place, that place gains value. That is leverage you can measure. This is also the rise of the new guard. Players are not just talent. They are media. They are marketing. They are the channel. They can move a trend with a single clip. They can steer a week of news without stepping on the court. That control is the real change. The move sets a standard. Pick your moments, protect your name. Do not chase every invite. Build long-term trust with one core audience. Then use that base to push the game forward. That plan is simple. It is also smart. Fans will remember the result, not the rumor. If the next season delivers big matchups and a real title chase, this pause will look like strategy. If it does not, the questions will come back. Either way, the players showed they can shape the story. So we return to the first no. It looked small at the time. It turned out to be a line in the sand. Now, the stage is set for the ending. One word set the tone. No. It pulled star power out of a new league. It rewrote the summer. It pushed all the pressure back to the main stage. The fallout showed how much names matter. It also showed how smart choices can shape a season before it begins. Unrivaled lost shine. The CBA heat rose. Rumors filled the gap. Through it all, one player's pull kept growing. The market watched. Brands waited. Fans kept asking the same question. When does the big moment hit? This story is not over. If the next season brings real battles and full arenas, this pause will look like a plan. If it drifts, the questions return. Either way, the players proved they can guide the spotlight. They can decide where the game grows next. Like the breakdown? Subscribe, hit the bell, and drop your take in the comments.